How to understand and conquer fear and other emotions. All emotions come from situations narrowly interpreted. Had it being less narrow or more complete, lesser to none emotions would appear and take control of any a man's brain. Fear is but one of them, same as joy and anger, etc. And the key question remain, why situations often being interpreted narrowly instead of completely? That is because all judgment of whether a thing or a situation is good or bad, right or wrong, fearful or delightful, isn't a judgment but in comparison in disguise. People think they are judging, but the fact is, they are comparing. And comparison is something all man is born with, and all man's brain is made to do. No man ever stopped comparing as long as he is alive and awake. It's this comparing thing they do, which make them, make sense of their own autonomy, self-image, or agency, and then make sense of the rest of the worlds in which they live. Yet such sense they are making is never true sense, but at best merely their version of the true sense. Therefore, the more delusional a man is, the more emotional they would become or appear. For they can't see their own narrowness. They are blindly and seclusively controlled by their sense of nonsense, thinking that they get the world in their control, yet nothing is, and nothing will ever be in any a man's control. We are all but comparing and altering. To be more precise, comparing and adapting, from narrowly interpreted any a situation to less narrowly interpreted any a situation. Never ever would any of us could reach an interpretation which is 100% in accordance with all the facts and reality. That all and any of the situation we faced in the past, we face now, and we will face in the future. We are seldom correct in a complete sense. Even we are proven right, or getting all the approval we wants from others, the fact is. A large portion of it is nothing but functions, never reasons. In other words, we judge our right and wrong, good or bad, by whether they achieve a certain expected outcome or fulfill some functions, seldom the reason, much less to say the entirety of reasons behind them, which days in and days out accumulate into and being enforced into our illusion of control, our sense, and thus our emotions. Fear and emotions would always have their places in our hearts, in our brains, and thus in our life. We need to have them in control so as to make the most of it. To have them in control, we must at first have our illusion of controls in control, and accept the fact that we don't really have that much in control. The earlier we accept that, the sooner we can talk peace with our emotions, our fears. In other words, that we are not stop fearing or stop being emotional from then on, but we are more expectedly and sensibly living with our fears and emotions. We accept what we are and deal with what we are, and become bigger or broader than what we were. That is how we may conquer some of our fears and emotions.